Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming to this Sunday service this morning. So this morning, we are chanting Bandana Tisarana and Sambutsuge. Then today's Gata is Arigato. Then today's reading is Jodo Shinshu Creed. So all the words are shown on the screen. So now we begin with the Kansho by Mia. Okay, please join me in Gashyo. Put your hands together. Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Okay, the chanting of Bandana Tisarana. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dhamma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Kie Betsuin. Namo Kie Ho. Namo Kie So. Sutra chanting of Sambutsuge. On this orange service book, page 12. Kougen gigin ijin mugoku nyoze emyot muyotoshan nichigatmani 主公変容開心音平有略樹木如来有限超世無輪小学大本コウル実法開門小人三昧知恵意徳無量修正慶人体善念諸仏法会愚人人の空語外体無明欲ぬ世尊読む人の死心人徳無量空君広大知恵人妙光明一尊神道大仙願が差仏在所法法可動所人未不下脱不正常意解任所人如是三昧知恵以上聖徳仏不行志願一切空空一切大願決し不仏百千億万無量大小修行五者供養一切死と諸仏不尿具道検証不客非尿五者諸仏世界不不可見無種節道公明師匠変死諸国如是諸人異人難量量が差仏国土第一五種奇妙道有上有長有絶国如内本二無闘争がとう愛民道達一切実法由来書新年所有書伊藤が国慶楽安穏古仏神妙是が心象 本願の品力少々欲実法生存知恵無限上量子孫知が信行軽量心身食毒中画行小心人住不敬ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく病道生災道本菩提心往生安楽ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ。Okay, thank you. Now please stand for the today's Gatha, Arigato, then remain standing for the Jodo Shinshu Creed. If you are comfortable, please stand. Thank you. Now, today's reading, Jodo Shinshu Creed. Please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. Jodo Shinshu Creed. Entrusting the vow of the Buddha and reciting the sacred name, I shall proceed through the journey of life with strength and joy. Okay. Again, thank you for coming to Sunday service this morning. Today is August 18th. Today is my birthday. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。I became 47 years old. Yeah. 嬉しいですね。We are, it is grateful to be able to celebrate the birthday with this many people here. Then just before the birthday, I received a special announcement. Special announcement. これね、本当ありがとうございました。That was a big surprise. Just a few days ago, I got a text message or email to tell me, 600 tickets are sold. That's a kind of big surprise. Just, I remember the last Sunday was still 170 tickets we need to sell. But within this week, I think someone made donations, I think. So I really appreciate So this is also, of course, fundraising. As a fundraising, this is a great opportunity to fundraise for our fire restoration. But at the same time, I think this is a great way of the promotion to let everybody know about our temple and this our temple's fire and restoration. So I really appreciate those people who work so hard to make this happen. ありがとうございました。Thank you so much. So あと1週間ありますから、I have one more week, so I have to practice. Yeah, this morning, service program, our Gata was arigato. So arigato is really, I think even non-Japanese people know, some people know about, just a few words of Japanese, those Japanese words. Then like sushi, あと何? Sushi and ramen, then maybe arigato is one of the most famous or well-known words, even those who don't speak Japanese. Then arigato is really important in today's Gata. Arigato, if we can live something like this Gata, maybe filled with the arigato in our heart, we can live in peace and harmony. So I think this Gata is really important. Lyrics is really important. So then recently they changed, but at the Nishiyama Training Center in Japan, there's a training center for the ministers for the ordination and some, Tokudo ordination, Kyoshi certification program. Then those who wants to become ordained, then or receiving a Kyoshi certificate to become a resident minister. So they have to go to the Nishiyama Training Center. Then they have to go through the 10 days training. So this was arigato was a wake up morning call. So 5:30 in the morning, every day this song was, arigato, arigato. Well, day 3, day 4, we are thinking, no, no, thank you, no, arigato. Please, no more arigato. Well, that's, most of the ministers, my friends, those ministers' friends are saying, one of the, most, なんだろうね。not dislike, but kind of annoying, ちょっともう because, kind of ちょっと little bit of trauma. We remember that's 10 days training, early morning, because we have to do lots of things until 10:30 p.m. Then we have to wake up 5:30 in the morning. So people, we are so tired. We're in the training center, then so tired, exhausted. Then early in the morning, this song was sung. ありがとうございます。Thank you. Then I received, last couple of days, I was at the Jodo Shinshu Center in Berkeley, California. Then I also received one, it is not a gift, but to me, something special to me. So this is a book. So the title is Ritual and Liturgy, the Standards and Traditions of the Jodo Shinshu Honganji-ha. So this is the English translation of this book, Jodo Shinshu Honganji-ha Hoshiki Kihan. Hoshiki Kihan is there's a translation, the traditions, standards and traditions of our sect of Buddhism. So this was my project for 10 years. 10 years. So about 10 years ago, well, I was assigned to Buddhist Church of Lodi 2010. At that time, I was the only certified minister to teach ritual and sutra chanting. So then, Lodi, California, then Berkeley, Jodo Shinshu Center is only 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours drive. So whenever Center for Buddhist Education or BCA is having the seminar for Jodo Shinshu ritual and sutra chanting or training for the future minister, I always asked to come to teach Jodo Shinshu ritual and sutra chanting. But at that time, there's no material. Everything was all Japanese. So that's why each time, okay, today I would like to do the class for, let's see, how we set up the Naijin, how we set up the altar. Then every time I have to translate it into English because there was no book. So those explanations also I have to translate. Then next time I was invited, okay, maybe this time I'd like to do something different. But there's no materials to teach, so I have to translate. So based on this book, I was always translating into English. But sometimes, occasionally, other ministers also teach ritual and sutra chanting. Then the minister has to make her own material. Then sometimes language is different. The way to, translation is different. So that's why sometimes students, confuse, which translation is more proper. So then about 2013 or 2014, I started translating into English, but it is almost impossible for me to do by myself. So I asked some other ministers who are familiar with Jodo Shinshu and ritual and sutra chanting. I asked their help, then started translating into English. Then another difficulty came up because lots of pictures, photos, and diagrams also included in this book. So that was, copyright by the Honganji, our headquarters, Mother Temple. So which means we have to ask them to get the permission to translate into English. Then this project became not only my or BCA's project, it became an international office project. So that's like a 2016, 2017. So the project, first my individual project that became a bigger and bigger. Then once we have to ask the Honganji to involve, probably you can imagine that so many なんだろうねちょっとめんどくさい things comes up. So they always have to have a meeting with Japan. So of course there's a time difference. Then another committee member was living in Toronto, Canada, Ouchi sensei. So the Toronto, here Seattle, Japan. So that's not easy to schedule the meeting. So that's our last couple years, more 5, 6 years. We are always having the meeting, sometimes maybe twice a month. The translation committee get together, then finally we are able to publish this book. So then when I went to the Jodo Shinshu Center, I was able to receive the first print of the ritual and liturgy. So やっぱ嬉しいですね. I was so glad to be able to see. I knew, a couple of weeks ago that those, they emailed me, so this was published. That was so happy to hear that. But when I actually received this, so that's kind of different feeling, different gratefulness comes up. Then, of course, this is also thank you, arigato, because this project became bigger and bigger. So there was no way I was able to do by myself. Then I'm so grateful to our headquarter, Honganji International Department. They get the permission to everything is the same, exactly the same diagram, exactly the same photo they allow us to use. So this book is made for not lay members. So those who seriously wants to become a Buddhist minister, to be ordained, or to become a resident minister, for their education, this book was made. So that's why lots of technical terms. So probably you won't read it. Well, if you want to read, $40, I think. I get a free book, but lots of information. Then from now on, those who wants to become a Jodo Shinshu minister, they can have this book and study Jodo Shinshu ritual and sutra chanting. I don't know when, but we have a collected works of Shinran. So those English translation of Shinran Shonin's writings, like a Kyogyo Shinsho, or even the Gobunsho Renya Shonin's letter, also we have an English translation. Then this morning we chanted Sambutsuge. That is a part of the larger sutra. Those sutras also we have a English translation. So I'd like to express my deepest respect to the former ministers, those who translated into English these materials and sutras. So, but unfortunately, those ritual book, guidebook, was not translated into English. So there's one similar one is a Senshin Buddhist temple. The Kodani sensei and some other minister published a book. It is called Traditions of Jodo Shinshu Honganji-ha. That book didn't go through the Honganji, but they just published their own. But I really appreciate, our committee really appreciate, because Kodani sensei already published Jodo Shinshu Traditions of Jodo Shinshu-ha book. We are able to use that book as a reference. Then we are able to translate this book into English. So there are so many connections, karma, to be able to publish this book. So today, I'd like to introduce just one sections written in this book? Well, usually, for the Jodo Shinshu, when you go to different temple, the Naijin or Obutsudan setup is maybe different. So this book is the one who telling us this is the way Jodo Shinshu Honganji has Obutsudan, how we set up. So in this orange service book, there is a page, like page 78, 79, or just before that, there's some explanation, brief explanation of general etiquette and adornments. Some service book has, even our purple service book we usually use, there's a brief explanation, introduction of the Jodo Shinshu's ritual and chantings. But all these information are based on these books. So that's why, we can, whatever the questions ministers has, first they can open these books. Then they can have a resource to answer those questions about Jodo Shinshu and ritual and sutra chanting. Then just one page, it is written the reason why, what is the purpose of our service? What is the purpose of our ritual? That is written in this book, Jodo Shinshu's, the purpose of service book. What do you think? What is the purpose of this ritual, Jodo Shinshu ritual, service? Pray for good health. You are here for the good health, or you are here for the becoming a rich person, or here for to dream come true, like throwing the first pitch. So probably, there are so many different ways to think about, what is the purpose of Jodo Shinshu's ritual or service. In Japanese, we call hoyo. So here in this book, there is a section, services and ceremonies at the Honganji. Then there's a very, very beginning, it says, so Buddhist religious services. Buddhist religious services means Jodo Shinshu, because this, we are not talking about general Buddhism. So this book is talking about Jodo Shinshu. So Jodo Shinshu Buddhist religious services are opportunity to bow in veneration and pay respect to the Buddha and the masters, read aloud the sutras and the scriptures, and praise the virtue of Amida Buddha, expressing with utmost sincerity our indebtedness and gratitude. The rituals, rites, and ceremonies are performed before Amida Buddha and may be incorporated as a part of service or conducted after the conclusion of the service. So this is a description of the Jodo Shinshu's service. So our service, we are having a service in front of Amida Buddha. So that's important. That's the way a Jodo Shinshu's service was supposed to be. So that's why always I set this Obutsudan in front, because it is written here in this book. So then we chant a sutra, then we pay our respect, because we are receiving the guidance. We are able to receive the guidance from Amida Buddha. So putting our hands together, then bow, Raihai, Gassho Raihai. Then this is the way we are expressing our gratitude, arigato. So of course, this arigato, gratitude toward Amida Buddha, but also I feel we are also cultivating the spirit or understanding of arigato in your heart, in your mind. Always, every Sunday, or whenever we come up in front of Amida Buddha, because sometimes in our daily life, our arigato or thankfulness is somewhere else. Sometimes we forget. So, but we are facing to Amida Buddha, put our hands together. That's kind of one reminder, one great opportunity to Buddha's teaching to the center of ourselves. Then we can bring arigato to the center of our life. So this is one great opportunity, great well, one purpose, main reason we are having the service in front of Amida Buddha. So thank you again for attending this service today. To conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda. ありがとうございました。Any announcements?
I'm glad that Sensei already told you that it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Sensei. This goes all the way back to New Year's Eve, actually, when Connor, Alex, Sensei, and I in the dining room were talking about the upcoming Mariner season, and even looking at the schedule. And Sensei's schedule is so busy that you know, he just came back from Berkeley teaching. He knew what his teaching schedule was. He goes, "Oh, that Giants weekend in August looks pretty good on my schedule." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then so, you know, okage-sama de, all the causes and conditions that made it happen, where this Sunday, August 25th, became available for the fundraiser game. I am grateful, and I'm very happy that it happened. I'm very happy that it's his birthday today, so we have a little something for you, Sensei. A lot of people across BCA have been aware of this fundraiser, and actually there's two couples from Northern District, Sacramento and Florin, who are coming up this for the game, and they were early contributors to on the FIVO link to buying their tickets, and some others who have donated from other districts the money to support our cause. So we're really lucky because Reverend Kusunoki is highly respected across BCA, and because of that, you know, we're lucky to have him and the Kusunoki family here. Christine Kubo is here with her husband Dan from Stockton Cortez Sangha for the Taiko Convention, and she told me on Thursday that the Lodi Sangha really loved her family, since they were very sad to see you leave, and they really loved Ayano and all that they did for her. So since we're grateful, and in our minds, you are all-star.
Any other announcements? Someone was still the online portion. Okay, then just one quick announcement. Next Sunday, you know, we some of, you know, maybe lots of us are maybe going to the Mariners game, but still we have a Sunday service here at 10 o'clock. Then we may be having a shorter service to get ready to the Mariners game. Then the following Sunday, on the September 1st, is the BCA's 125th anniversary event service was held in San Francisco, BCA's headquarters. So it is going to be live streamed. So you will get a YouTube link or Zoom link. So please join via Zoom or, you know, on remotely. So we are not having the in-person service here on September 1st. So please watch those BCA's service online. Okay, any other announcements? Oh. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. 12:30, I don't know. Still online portion. Okay. Okay, I'd like to close this online portion. Okay.
let you know that if you are still interested in tickets, we do have tickets that donors have donated to get us up to the 600. So if you're interested, contact the office or contact me, and I can just email you those tickets. And if we'll just ask you to do a donation to the ARP. But we do have tickets available, so don't order them through the Mariner site. Okay.
So that FIVO link is still up, but the choices on it are only the Terrace Club seats and the 100 level seats. So there's no option right now to order 300 level $32 tickets on the FIVO link, but we have them to distribute. And then if you want to sit in a premium section, you can just buy any seat off the normal way the Mariners use, because the FIVO link is not going to include a donation and you're going to get charged the FIVO fee. But we didn't want to put that on the online service information. So, you know, we've asked and they gave us these Terrace Club seats, 100 level seats, sections 331 and 2 and 333 originally, which are, you know, behind home plate and off to the third base side. So they're really good 300 level seats. And so we're fortunate for that. But you can sit anywhere in the stadium because our groups are sorted together, but, you know, all also in different levels. So I think that's what I would recommend, is if you don't want to sit in the 300 level, you can just buy a seat wherever you like and then donate to the arson if you feel like you would like to, and share that information with others who now know that Sensei can pitch and maybe didn't want to buy before they knew for sure.
Just a note about a volunteer opportunity. Several teachers and the librarian at Beacon Hill Elementary School, Nina's former school, are looking for a little help setting up their classrooms for the first day of school on the 28th of August from 9 to 1. So let me know if you're interested.
We're going to sing Happy Birthday to Sensei before we end the online service. So on three, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sensei. Happy birthday to you. Okay, now I'd like to conclude this service. To conclude this service, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.